The Rex is not Lex. The Rex is not Lex. The Lex is Rex. The king is not the law. I am the king and therefore I am the law. I am the king, so therefore I am the law. No, not in America. In America, the law is king. We're a nation of laws, not of men. So therefore, the law is king. The law is king. Who is allowed to rape, maim, assault? Who is allowed to murder one person and not the other? Nobody could just outright murder somebody, or at least technically speaking. Who amongst us gets the freedom of speech and the right to peacefully assemble and the right to petition? And then who's excluded amongst American citizens? Which one of us are not allowed to have the freedoms that's enshrined in our Constitution? Power corrupts, and power corrupts absolutely. Every man and woman would be a tyrant if you let them. And any old excuse will serve a tyrant. Any old excuse. Any old excuse. Embedded in our American system are plenty of ways to combat tyranny. How do we combat tyranny in America? Well, we got elections. We got federalism, Bill of Rights, constitutionalism, the rule of law, and the three branches of government. Now, when it comes to conservative versus liberal, sometimes you need to change things. Sometimes you need to let things stay the same. Sometimes you need to think with your brain. Sometimes you need to think with your heart. Sometimes you need to protect the whole community. Sometimes you need to protect the individual. And if you're not a liberal, if you've never been a liberal, a person with a heart who gives a damn about the community, a person who wants change, then what the fuck are you? What are you saying, you're some sort of more extremist socialist? Oh, youngster asshole, huh? You just a youngster? You're a Rush Limbaugh fucking twat. Oh, Rush Limbaugh wannabe piece of shit. The liberals are the problem. Yeah, liberals are the problem. If you're not a liberal, a person with a heart, a person who cares about the community, a person who wants change, we have two fucking right-wing goddamn political parties. So the Overton window is, are you this conservative or are you batshit crazy conservative? Are you a left-wing, right-wing conservative? I guess that would be a centrist, huh? The Democrats are the conservatives and the Republicans are batshit crazy. So what the fuck have we done, America? What the fuck have we done? To call the National Democrats liberals to not understand any fucking thing. The National Democrats, you think Joe Biden's a fucking liberal? You are one dumbass motherfucker. What a dumb motherfucking son of a bitch you are. He's the most goddamn... What changed under Joe Biden? Well, what changed? You want to be excellent, you want to be awesome, then you have to fucking change every fucking day, every minute. You're going to pretend that the constant changes that happen, you're just going to sit there and just shit in your britches and just sit in your fucking shitty britches and try to tell me that you just like the status quo because you just love sitting in your own shitty britches? Barack Obama ran the country as a Ronald Reagan Democrat. Martin Luther King, he had said that when liberals, white liberals, didn't support him, he was befuddled and disappointed in them. But he didn't despair and just totally shit on them and then give up on them. Martin Luther King appealed to the liberals' conscience and their rationality. If not now, then when? Justice delayed is justice denied. Martin Luther King, like Abraham Lincoln, knew that many Americans are essentially good people who want to do good things. They have heart and they give a damn. They're not going to let a fucking genocide happen under their watch. They're not going to finance a genocide to the tune of $50 billion. They're not going to give a United Nations veto to a fucking genocide. They're not going to supply arms, weapons, and troops and tanks and planes to a genocide. Americans are essentially a good people who want to do good things. Meritocracy. If you can prosper, if you work hard, play by the rules, then you get to prosper. But apparently, sometimes, just like anybody, it's human nature. You need to be goaded into moving to the right direction. Even Frederick Douglass said that the great Abraham Lincoln, who took a bullet for emancipation, was a white man's president. So, also by criticizing the liberal, you're expanding the Overton window. So, when you're saying in between communism and anarchism, that's pretty much, that's the whole fucking gauntlet in it. You got left-wing, right-wing, authoritarianism, and libertarianism. So once you have that fucking grid, you can only be super right-wing and authoritarian. You could be left-wing and authoritarian, left-wing and libertarian, or right-wing and libertarian. But we're shitting on the liberals. Everybody's shitting on the fucking liberals. Everybody in America is a bunch of Rush Limbaugh piles of shit. And so what am I supposed to fucking do? Sign up for the Ku Klux Klan? Just start beating the shit out of anybody I fucking see? Be the fascist? The biggest fucking fascist in town? Just join with the fucking right-wing fucking psychopaths? I can see that Lincoln had saved white America by extinguishing one of white America's two original sins. Emancipation, and then it was LBJ that did integration in 1964. That's when America got integrated. 1964. What took you so long, America? Fucking shit. 200 and 300 something fucking years? And you're like, you know what? Maybe the millions of black people that we brought over, maybe they are human, maybe they are citizens, and maybe they're deserving of the right to vote, the right to have housing and a job and to breathe oxygen. The right-wing war hawks in Iran and Israel want to keep their wars against each other going forever. Because that's good for the war machine of Iran. It's good for the war machine of Israel. Oh, Iran is terrible. Oh, Israel's terrible. And the right-wingers. But who's going to fucking actually shake hands and make a fucking peace deal if everybody's just talking about goddamn bomb, 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 murder, 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 kill, kill, kill? Who's going to be the one that actually signs the peace deal? JFK says we need more people who's for peace. Hobbes was for peace. When we have two right-wing candidates, that literally gives us nothing to talk about. No real solutions are going to appear for our very real problems. What should we do about A, B, and C? Well, bomb, murder, 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 kill, kill, kill. Well, we're talking about domestic policy. Can you do the same thing domestically that you're doing internationally? There's a big shooting that just happened in Alabama. It didn't even fucking make a blip on the radar. We just had a mass shooting in Alabama. Well, that shit happens all the fucking time, huh? And then lastly, when you scratch a liberal, you'll find a fascist. Who the fuck would expect a person to accept somebody scratching them? If you scratch another person, that's an assault. You're fucking assault. You're assaulting somebody, and you ought to get smacked in the fucking face. If not, goddamn arrested and thrown in jail for several fucking years. You can't go around assaulting people. What did Malcolm X say? If a person puts their hands on you, then you send them to the cemetery. Justice is eye for an eye, a limb for limb, a stripe for stripe. So don't scratch a liberal. Maybe question a liberal, insult a liberal. You'll find a fascist. When you shit on the fucking liberals and you look around and you say, how come nobody gives a shit about the community as a whole? How come nobody gives a shit? How come nobody has any care? Where is people's hearts at? How come nobody has any fucking heart? Where is your care at? How come nobody wants to change things for the better? You've been shitting on liberals your entire life because you're a bunch of right-wing fucking fascist, racist piles of shit. A bunch of totalitarian fucking neo-Nazi Confederate fucking wannabes. You ever read your fucking Constitution? Do you even know what classical liberalism is? Neoliberalism is we're going to bomb these other countries to bring them peace and democracy. Well, hell, George W. Bush would be a neoliberal in that sense. Carry on with the capitalism, bomb other countries, give them a Bill of Rights. That's neoliberalism. There's so many people that have no fucking principles whatsoever in this country. There is a lot of piles of shit in this country. Kamala Harris lost her election. It was hers to lose, and she lost it. She carried on with the fucking genocide. So Kamala Harris, and to any of the fucking left-wing, no, not even left-wing, to the fucking conservative Democrats, maybe having some goddamn integrity is a good thing. Ilhan Omar won her election. Rashida Tlaib won hers. Elizabeth Warren won her election. And Bernie Sanders won his. Carrie Lake, however, she didn't win at all. You're just a bunch of youngsters? Yeah, laugh it up, Seth Meyers. Thanks a lot, Seth Meyers. You piece of shit. You fucking insulted a fucking guy, and now he's the fucking president. 8 fucking years, Seth Meyers. Keep yucking it up.